Hi, I'm Joan London. If you're looking for senior care for your mom or dad like I was, call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. Their local advisors will explain your options and help you select senior living communities at no cost to you.
To speak with a local senior living advisory, call A Place for Mom at 800-211-4992. That's 800-211-4992.
There's a place for answers, a place for Mom.
Hello, this is Ned Hallowell with a mini distraction. So let's jump right in. The title of this mini distraction is Weeding Out Your Mind. The idea is our minds get overrun these days with interruptions, with obligations, with a whole bunch of weeds. And our minds can just feel like a clutter, like a briar patch, like just a big garden that's been overrun. Well, weed it out. And I'll give you 5 tips in this mini on how to begin to weed out your mind. Number 1, right at the top, combat negative self-talk. A lot of the weeds that we contend with, mental weeds, are just negative self-talk. Fear, anger, resentment, just growing like wildflowers within our minds. My favorite example of a man who did this is Epictetus. He was a Roman slave before Christ, and his master couldn't believe how happy Epictetus was. And so one day he went to him and he said, "Epictetus, you're a slave, a crippled slave who gets beaten every day, and yet you're happier than I am. What's your secret?" And Epictetus told him, "I simply control what I can control, namely my own thoughts." And the master was so persuaded by the power of this that he freed Epictetus, who went on to become one of the great philosophers in history and is revered and remembered as one of the founders of the school of philosophy called Stoicism. But his advice was so practical and so worth following, just to don't allow these negative thoughts to grow and prosper and flourish in your brain. Weed them out. Just shut them off. Think elsewhere. Try to discipline yourself not to allow these negative thoughts to capture your imagination, because they can do just that. We're drawn to them almost in a morbid sort of way. Try to resist that temptation. Number 2, get rid of grudges. The only person who gets hurt by your holding a grudge is you. The other person may not even know about it. Get rid of grudges. Number 3, make peace. Make peace. Build bridges. Connect with other people. Try to spread a feeling of peace and harmony within yourself and with the people you interact with. Number 4, forgive. The power of forgiveness. I wrote a whole book about this, and one of the themes of the book is forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. So my definition of forgiveness, it doesn't mean you condone what was done. You may abhor what was done, but you simply renounce the feeling that anger and resentment have over you. You renounce that feeling. So you don't walk around nursing the grudge, carrying anger and resentment with you. And instead, you forgive in the sense that you let go of that anger and resentment. Now, forgiveness is a process. It's not a moment. It would be nice if it were a moment, if you could just say, okay, I'm done with that. Very few people can do that. Most of us, it's a process. But if you're working toward that, if you're working toward letting go of anger and resentment, you're so much better off than if you're walking down the road toward revenge. Confucius said, if you seek revenge, first dig 2 graves. And this anger and resentment can sap and indeed kill you, let alone the other person. And number five, plant seeds of gratitude. Plant seeds of gratitude. Gratitude is a flower, not a weed. Plant seeds of gratitude and water those seeds every day. Think to yourself, what am I grateful for? There's not a person on this earth who doesn't have something to feel grateful for. And be conscious of that. And that's what I mean by watering it, thinking about it in my own life, my children, my wife, my health. My ability still to think clearly most of the time. I mean, these are elements of my life that I'm so deeply grateful for. The feeling of gratitude. Thank you, God, or whatever force you attribute to, bestowing these gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And gratitude, as it grows within your mind, crowds out those weeds and becomes a beautiful, beautiful array of flowers, the flowers of gratitude. Well, this is Ned Hallowell with a mini on weeding out your mind. Please contact us. Go to connect@distractionpodcast.com. That's connect@distractionpodcast.com. Please download us on iTunes. We're trying to build a community. We'd love to hear from you. Love, love, love to hear from you. Post comments, be in touch, and I'll see you next time. Distraction is produced by Collisions, the podcast division of CRN International. Collisions, podcasts for curious people.